I feel like I've said this so many times. Great idea, right idea, but wrong execution. A lot of movies and TV shows have been falling into this premise, and it's honestly quite sad. And if there's a movie that I was looking forward to, it was this Rebel Moon, especially when it was first announced. So yeah, let's talk about the second one. And yeah. Hello and welcome to today's review, and today we are going to be talking about Moon Part 2. I remember reviewing the first one and I remember being so disappointed by it because I was so hyped about it. We had Dune, which Dune turned out really well, the first one and the second one. And Rebel Moon was also another movie, or rather another IP I was looking forward to, flourish, because as we've seen, Star Wars has not been doing really well. So people have been looking forward to new things taking over the things that they had loved before. So yeah, as much as I'm not a great or a big sci-fi fan, if something is good, you kind of have to admit that it's good. I was looking forward to Rebel Moon, the first one, because of Zack Snyder, but I don't know. I think there's this thing that happens when, as a creator, and I think it happens to a lot of creators, even people who, let's say, create content on the internet, where you get too full of yourself to a point where you don't really care about what your audience wants, but you just want to see your vision come to life. And I feel like as a creator or someone who probably runs a business, for you to sustain whatever you have to at least put yourself in your customer's shoes and just ask yourself, what would they want? And I don't know, I feel like Zack Snyder in so many ways, and probably that's why his contract with DC didn't really work out, he was too full of himself, and I feel like this movie just explained it all. This movie had potential, it really had potential, but I think the best way to explain it without even spoiling it, because it's not been out for a while, is talking about what I liked and what I didn't like about it. What I liked about it was its characters. I feel like it had really cool characters, but how they were written out was unjustifiable. As in, if you took these characters and you gave them time to at least show the audience who they really were, people would have had more attachment to them. And as I've said this before, and it's a point that I had forgotten before, is that show and don't tell. This movie has a lot of telling. Most of these characters, especially the main characters, just had to sit around a table and tell us who they were. We didn't want that. Show us who these people are. Help us have that connection with them, so that when they die, when they are in dire situation, you can relate to them, And a TV show that does this perfectly, and I can't wait to talk about it. I don't know where I'm going to start, because it has a lot to be talked about, is Shogun. Shogun does great in the aspect of show, don't tell. You don't have to say a lot of things, just show us. Let the audience interpret the scenes however they see it. That's the magic of art. Show, don't tell. Shogun, I call it, is the TV show of 2024. I don't think there's anything that comes close to what Shogun has done, especially since Game of Thrones. A lot of people are saying that, and I remember calling it the first time I saw it, and I said it in one of my Instagram stories. I was like, it reminds me of Game of Thrones, and that is exactly what a lot of people are saying. So yeah. The other thing that I really liked was this James character. I feel like he's a great character, but he wasn't given much to work with. I don't know who voices him, because he really has like a really great voice actor behind this character called James. But I feel like us seeing more of him would have made a lot more sense, because I liked him a lot, and I wish I could see him in more scenes, but we didn't, because I think he was in like 4 or 5 scenes in total. And this movie is long, because it's like 2 hours long. I feel like Sofia Boutella, the lead Cora, has been shortchanged, because I think she's a great actor. She just gets weird movies for herself. This one, The Mummy, also fell flat on its face. I hope she gets better roles. I hope that this doesn't affect her future in Hollywood. The thing with the violence, I liked it and I didn't like it because it was good, but if you're showing me violence, show me the effects of violence. If people are getting hurt, show me blood. Show me gore. I feel like this is an R-rated movie, if I'm not wrong. If it's an R-rated movie, then show us the gore behind violence. Stop hiding the aftermath or rather the effects of the violence. Show us how cruel violence can be. Okay, now moving on to things that I didn't like, which were a lot. If it comes to shooting these fighting scenes, stop doing them in slow motion. Oh my God, Zack Snyder with slow motion shots. I think he eats, sleeps, drinks slow motion. There are certain times that slow motion can count, especially when people are holding their breath. That then the slow motion can really, really come in handy. But if you put it in each and every scene, then it loses its value. Too much of something is poison. Stop doing too much slow motion shots in fighting scenes. It just drags. If you removed most of the slow motion shots, I feel like this movie would be an hour, 30 minutes. Clean. The other thing is that as of the characters, as I said, they were cool looking. They had bases to grow and grow on people, but they were cardboard characters. They were just the one who gives speeches, the one who does this, the one who motivates people, the one who fights without feelings, the one who is stoic, as in they were very cut and dry, and that is not what you want for your characters, you know. So yeah, Rebel Moon was such a great disappointment. I feel like it did a little better than the first one, although a couple of people are saying this one is worse than the first one. I feel like this one was a bit better for me. At least my mind didn't veer off as much as it did when I was watching the first one. Other than that, I think from where it ended, I think they want to do a third one. And I'm like, what? A third one? What are you trying to tell us? What are you... Oh my God. I'm so glad that this is a movie that didn't come out in cinemas, because it would have been a complete waste of money. It's good it was just straight to streaming kind of movie. So yeah, Rebel Moon Part 2, have you watched it? Tell me what you think about it, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.